Hello, everybody. My name is Paulina. I'm from CrazyMeta, and today, Kerel from NFTing has joined us. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Very happy to be here and excited to be talking about anything NFT.
Perfect, perfect. So Kerel is the founder and CEO of NFTing, the NFT marketplace. Could you tell us, please, about your background? Maybe introduce yourself, why you decided to make an NFT marketplace?
Actually, I think there's a bit of lag, so for everyone watching, sorry. First of all, I joined, the first time I heard about Bitcoin was 2013, but I only really joined crypto in 2017, bull market, everything was being super crazy about it. I took an interest. I joined professional crypto in 2018 with Bybit. I was one of the first member of the core team, you could say, with the exchanges. After that, I went on a couple more exchanges, but the issue was that they didn't really, a lot of these exchanges don't really believe in crypto. There's a lot of people that are not really that interested into it. They just see it as an asset. Last year, one of my previous colleagues and friend, David, talked to me. He was creating a gaming blockchain platform. So I joined as the CMO of Cisco Network. And it was a pretty good year, everything was going well. We launched a lot of things, talked to a lot of projects, but and then went on a lot of marketplaces. But as we kept talking to all this project and going on this marketplaces, really saw that there's really a number of issues right now with the way the system is built. First of all, it's all in English. It doesn't make sense for people. A lot of people in China don't speak English, in Japan, Korea, etc. So for them, it really makes it inconvenient when you need to buy a $10,000 asset. You need to understand what the heck you're doing. But also when you go on OpenSea, for example, you and me see the same thing, meaning that all the big projects, like 0.1% of the project, they get 100% of the visibility. Everyone sees them, and most projects, all the tiny ones, they never get seen. They need to basically direct people to their page on, for example, on OpenSea, and that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like if you go on Amazon, if you go on Taobao, Alipay, etc., anything on e-commerce right now is really, really solid. You see something that is built for you. You know the algorithm, etc. Google, on Steam, on all these things, they show you that you might be interested in. And all these things, correct data, good customer support, just things that are basic common sense at the age we're in, are not there in the current marketplaces. And that's where we decided to say, like, okay, you know what, we have that experience. We really love gaming. We have a lot of connection. Let's just try to build something that is made for that. Because what ended up happening is a lot of these projects, a lot of the gaming projects I talked to, they end up doing their own marketplace. Because if you have to drive traffic to OpenSea's page and they don't even have anything of any other smart contract that you want, and they don't provide you with any data, there's no customer support, there's nothing, why bother through going all of that when you could just build your own marketplace made for you? It's the exact same thing, except you actually have more control, more data, and everything's it's just better. So that's when everything kind of like came about, is we wanted to provide a platform that was built users and the projects, something that made sense, something that you could go on and spend a lot of time engaging, trying to see something that was relevant to you, for the project to be good, seeing not only be seen by the relevant audience, but also see a lot of data of what was going on, things like that. So that's what we do in everything. We try to provide you with a lot more data, control, more options, because we have also social networks with integrated blockchain elements. Basically, we want current marketplaces to really work as a hub, meaning that anything you want, you could talk to us. We provide contract, we provide data, we provide context with others, and anything else that you need.
I love that your slogan is the Join NFTing Revolution, because all of the basically features that you described, they are quite revolutionary. So what you just said, I think it's wonderful, and it we'll push this the whole industry forward, basically. You mentioned about staking and farming. Could you tell me more about that? How will it work? Because I don't think I've ever heard. I heard about staking NFTs, but I've never heard about farming NFTs. What is that?
So first of all, again, to go back to what I mentioned, is staking and farming contracts are fairly standard in a couple of the DeFi play-to-earn. So again, I come from play-to-earn background. The thing is, making this contract take a lot of time. You need to audit them, you need to all that. So we want to aim to provide that as a service. And the way it's going to work is we're going to provide that as an option, for the account managers. Basically, we provide that as an option for the projects. So the way NFT staking works is obviously you take your NFT, you stake it, and you get some other rewards, generally the token of the project. It could also be a mix of others. The way NFT farming works is kind of like the opposite, as in like you have the tokens of generally the projects and you stake them, and then after a certain amount of time, then you could claim the NFT. So what we decided was the best way to go about it is to try to provide, financial incentives for both projects to be doing something. The basic idea that we have right now is just offer something as simple as combining NFTs. So you have like project A and project B. You need that they would create a pool together. Again, account managers will introduce them to one another. And you need then the project A's NFT, like let's say sold, and project B's again sold. Use our contract to combine them to get a new sold. This sword could then be integrated into both games because they both have a financial incentive as their NFT was used to do it. And then you start with basic interoperability between at least, two actors. As we grow, we would actually like to evolve that into a platform that would just have integration for a lot of NFTs, where you could have like basically limits of NFTs. You need at least 3 of the 20 to be able to create that one that's going to be able to, be added to the other ones. Combining NFTs, which could be used, as I said, for gaming projects, could be used for artists. You could have like one artist working with Nike, something like that. And there's a lot of opportunities. That plus our co-creation and minting NFTs is something we're very excited about.
I'm the most excited about how many different features you have on your marketplace and how you thought really thoroughly about every single thing. The most about your project is that you have so many features and how well they are put together. You thought about everything. I think my favorite is that the creator can share the royalties with the first owner. And this is just great because it's a great incentive for people to buy, to be the first. And then if they sell, they can get royalties till the end of their lives, basically. It can be the great passive income, great opportunity for the first owner. I think with you mentioned about that you're going to be a cross-chain marketplace, right? And how do you manage the security?
Yeah, so for that, there's a number of things. First of all, we start with multi-chain rather than cross-chain, but the end goal is to be truly cross-chain when it comes to both payments and NFTs. For security, obviously, we're getting audits. So we actually in talk right now with a number of other companies. Just before anyone asks, no, we're not using Celtic. I refuse to go the better marketing than the audits. Honestly, if you check anything, I know you get a lot of Celtic, but I have had personal problems with them. No, we're talking to a number of other companies. We're talking to Halbon, Constant, but nothing is confirmed yet, so we'll be audited. Right now, we've actually gone through a couple of months with that, but when it comes to there's a number of issues, not only just, as we saw, being audited is not enough. You need to also be thinking on how well the, ownership regarding who holds what, etc. Audits in two senses, the development audits, but also the internal company audits, because let's say a big marketplace number A had a couple of issues with internal corruption or things, with, for example, project managers buying an entire collection and featuring them. We think that security right now, in terms of crypto, sadly being taken very narrowly. They only take a look at smart contract audits, which has become the biggest issue in most cases. But there's also a number of things it could be, subject to, like a lot of company problems with leaked information, people taking advantage of things, and so on. You have, DOS attacks. You have a lot of dev need to do so we already in talk to trying to look into the audit side of things for the pure smart contracts. On top of which we are decentralized, meaning that we will not hold you tokens ourselves. This is just one of the ways we're looking at it. We're also looking at traditional token bridges. We're also looking to cross-chain payments, for example, so that you could be on mainnet and buy something on Solana, on Polygon. This is something that we're working on afterwards. Right now, a lot of more cross-chain readability. But we're also looking to cross-chain bridges for both NFTs and tokens.
Where are you at right now on your roadmap? Like what's the things? What are the things that you're doing right now, and when do you think you're going to launch?
For the roadmap, we have a lot of stages. So right now we have stage 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now we're not even at stage 0, which is launch, but we're getting very close by. We have a working marketplace with basic user recommendation. We have the translation things on the text that has been finished. We just started to translate little by little ourselves. We already have a marketplace when it comes to buying, selling, at fixed price and or auction price. Integrate other marketplace into ours. We also finishing the filters. Going back to what you mentioned before, it's very hard to try to find something. That goes through user recommendation, but again, on Amazon, you could really go in depth into what you're looking for. You just type whatever thing, and then they will find you a number of examples, and you could filter it. It's called an exclusive filter on if that have this type of category, this type of data. But I don't want to see Axie anymore. I don't want to see decentralized anymore. I don't want to see all these things.
Yeah, I really need this button on YouTube, when you just scroll through random videos for half an hour and then you need to like undo button. Like, please, okay, I was watching weird stuff, but don't recommend anything to me. Just return.
What stuff?
These algorithms, they backfire at you.
Yeah,
that's so great. You're really Web3. I think like you yourself, your embodiment of the Web3, like the spirit. I can feel it and I love it. Right now, NFTs, how most people think, even people who are not in crypto, right? Like they hear something and they think about these JPEG pictures. But NFTs, there is so much more. There are music NFTs, there are video. And I do think that this industry has a lot of potential. So what are your ideas about that?
So first of all, I have heard of people saying NFTs are dead, etc. I mean, first, I know that Bored Ape, their biggest sale just like a month. It's like 1st of May, so it's like a month and 20 days ago. So first, no, they're not dead, particularly because now I think we're just going from this collectible area to the utility area, which is where NFTs really become, day-to-day objects or day-to-day things for us. So a lot of people, as I said, were using NFTs, but thinking about NFT in terms of JPEG, in terms of collectibles, and then went to the auto-generative. But that's not what NFTs can be. There's just so much more. They can be shoes, they can be put everything in the metaverse, but they could be. I've heard about a lot of projects that right now trying to do citizenship, ticket concerts. You could have like your entire CV put on, list on NFTs and stuff like that. And again, the interoperability with that is amazing. You could have, for example, your diploma and work experience be provided as NFTs, by this company. So again, no forgery, unique, etc. They could become anything from visas to bank accounts to just things that you created and that you own. I mean, I do really, really still believe in NFTs. I do not think that in any way, this is one of the most exciting things that we've seen in crypto. And crypto is not dead. Like there's no way. There's already way too much use cases. There's way too much integrations, and it's still an amazing piece of technology that we've just started going in. So will the market recover? Yes. Will it be tomorrow? Probably not. We're gonna survive. We're gonna weed out 80% of the projects that are just copy paste type of things. And the real project, the building project, the ones that are going to set this foundation for the next bull run are going to, stay there, continue, prosper, and then go ballistic for the next bull run. Sure. And then just hope that they don't do some of the stupid mistakes we see.
I think it's the best time to build right now because only the best projects with real utility will stay in place. And the fact that you're building the NFT marketplace with amazing features is just very good. And I think at the moment when you will launch, like hopefully the market condition will be better and you'll have very successful launch. Yeah, but thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure.
A very great honor and pleasure for me to be here. I hope to be working with you guys again.
Thank you, Kerel, so much.